A lot of people only know what they know. And for me, I still got a lot to learn. And I don't know everything. I know a lot, but not everything. And I'm the first to admit that. One of the things we faced early in was the misconception or myth. We were told LiveScan's only for a certain type of group of folks, and that was it. We did not know that in our building, there's a university, and those students need LiveScans for different type of professional licensing. All we were thinking about was like home care, daycare, um, in-home support services, guard cards, things like that. But we didn't realize that those need a professional license to be a psychologist, a marriage therapist, counselor, some type of therapist, something like that. Different names out there. I'm not an expert in that, but they're out there. Need LiveScans. Because first we fell for the misconception, that myth, it was only good for certain things, was a lot more than that. So we encourage you folks to learn all you can about other folks who need LiveScan fingerprinting. Now, for those who are new to our shows, our channels, this is called a LiveScan device. This is just one of tons of many out there that capture fingerprints electronically. That's LiveScan, capturing fingerprints electronically. That's all it really means. What it's used for, I just shared which is used for almost a lot of things you can think of. But all LiveScan means is capture fingerprints electronically on an electronic device. That's all it really means. And that's another misconception out there. People think that just because it's a LiveScan, it could transmit to your state. Most of the cases, no. People think just because it's a LiveScan machine, it guarantees the prints to go through the first time. No. And I can go on and on and on about these myths people have, these misunderstandings people may have. These things like that could get you in trouble. It's the pitfall for LiveScan business. All right. Legal framework and compliances. A lot of people get in trouble about this. Once again, they didn't know. Nobody told them. They didn't pay attention. They didn't care. They thought they wouldn't get caught. Trying to compromise is another issue here people get in trouble with. JW got this machine here and it costs X amount of dollars. I see one on eBay. I saw one on Amazon. I saw one on Walmart. That's a lot cheaper. I'm going to get that one instead. It's cheaper. It's better because they said it's better. Versus me spending a couple $1,000, I'm only going to spend $100, $200. And get me a LiveScan device. I'm going to do LiveScan because I'm trying to circumvent the world, take some shortcuts, and do it myself because I know everything about LiveScan because I saw one video last year. True story, folks. The gentleman called us up a while ago and said, hey, I want to do a LiveScan in Washington, D.C. We told, well, you could do LiveScan and capture fingerprints, print out on the ink card, or other things like that, but you cannot transmit to Washington, D.C. Oh, yes, they can. How much it cost just to print out an ink card then? We give them a price. Oh, that's too expensive. That's way too much to start a business. I'm thinking to myself, this is a business. You need to invest in the business. He called up a month later on and said, hey, you know what? You were wrong. I found me a LiveScan device online, and I paid $120. I mean, it's $130. Who knows? I said, congratulations. You got yourself a $130 paperweight because you cannot transmit to Washington, D.C. No, you're wrong. They said this is a LiveScan device, and I can fingerprint a LiveScan device. Okay, you're right. You can fingerprint. What you can do with the fingerprints? You get the right software. They thought I was just full of it, and they blew me off. A few weeks later on, they call like, you know what? You are right. I'm stuck with this machine right now, and I thought I could do all these other things with it because I was not paying attention. I didn't do my homework. I had the wrong misconceptions. I had these myths about what's going on. I wasn't paying attention to the compliance requirements for certain states to receive fingerprints. I fell for the hype. I got too cheap. I was trying to cut corners, and on and on and on. And today, I'm not sure if it's fingerprinting or not, but that machine he still has the expensive paperweight. Little side note here, folks. Just because you buy stuff a LiveScan machine on yourself doesn't mean you can use it for your particular state. Just keep that in mind. Most states has the list of vendors, if they allow you to transmit to their state, who are approved to sell the machines to you. More about that later in the session here. Now, equipment essentials, balancing needs and wants. I need this again. All right. I'm going to get a LiveScan device. I'm in Florida. We can do the best business around here. We saw this fancy machine here for $12,000. We're going to get that machine because it says we can capture faster fingerprints. We can capture more fingerprints. We can make more money. The machine also dances with us. It's your alarm clock. You know, it helps me write my articles for websites and stuff. This LiveScan device at $12,000 is very expensive. We're going to do it anyway. No, folks. No. Get a machine that's within your business model. Some machines you may get, you may not need all those features. And some folks learn that the hard way. Now, it wasn't my fault. I'm going to blame somebody else, okay? But yeah, learn that the hard way. We bought this machine from this company this organization that no longer support California LiveScan providers. North Florida, for example, too, but I won't mention their name. This machine right here, you know what? When it gets cold outside, you know, you can plug up the C in the back, plug into a wall, and the plate gets nice and warm. You need that because you're in Los Angeles. It gets cold in Los Angeles. Oh, this machine right here is better because we got a rubber handle goes with it. So you can hold on to it with one hand. You need that. Oh, this machine right here, oh, you don't need nothing on top of the glass. It's very fast. We built that cell. It's very versatile. You'll be glad that you got it. And so on, and so on, and so on. We spent the money. Machine like that more than one time. And you know what? Last time I checked, it doesn't really get that cold in Los Angeles. And we're inside the building. We're not in Alaska in the snow trying to fingerprint somebody where the glass gets so cold, put your finger on top, it starts to fog up. No. What we use now is a real small little wipe you use for your goggles if you go skiing on top of our palette to keep the halo effect, the fog off the glass when you fingerprint. Cheap. A lot cheaper than $8,000, $9,000. I could tell you that. And no, we have to plug it in on the wall to get power. We just plug this into the laptop, which is very good for mobile services. Some folks out there got these LiveScan devices, very pricey. They will do mobile services, but they're so pricey, it takes more power where your laptop cannot have all the juice to power the LiveScan device. So you have to bring a generator or plug in some type of outlet for mobile fingerprinting, and it's slowing them down because they got something they really didn't need. So let me just recap this because this is very important for you guys to understand. Don't fall for the hype buying a very, very expensive machine unless you could justify that. Now, perhaps you're doing a nursing school or some folks you're fingerprinting all the time where the average age is 300 years old. They wash their hands 300 times a day. The fingerprints are very, very hard to capture. And they got some devices out there who can help you take better prints for situations like that. But we recommend you get something mid-range if you choose to buy a LiveScan device. Don't break the bank over a LiveScan device. It's a LiveScan device, folks. That's all it is. But sometimes if you go too cheap, you also pay for what you get. True story. A machine came out. It was cutting the market. It was very, very cheap. We told all our members, oh, get this machine. It's very cheap. We got, within a year, people got mad. Machine broke. They still out here today. I won't mention their name. They somehow upgraded their system. A lot of folks who first bought the first version of that machine, listen to me, the first version of a new company, had a lot of problems. And the clients didn't get their money back. They got stuck with it because they paid for what they got. All right. Scams. scams, scams. Now, folks watching this video and you're a customer thinking about getting fingerprinting done, there are cases out there that might be going on right now too, with people capturing fingerprints on a LiveScan device and people paying all this money to get it done, not realizing that person might be a scammer, not realizing that machine is not really able to print out fingerprints, not able to transmit fingerprints, and they're getting their money. Yeah, they're going to get caught. Some have got caught, and some probably done it before where they captured fingerprints where they're not supposed to and taking people's money. Now, if you are a customer looking to get fingerprinting, please do your homework. Ensure the place you're going to is approved and certified by that particular state to transmit those fingerprints to that state. In California, we all have to have a license. You need to have a fingerprint certification number, FPC number in California. That's supposed to be displayed when you're fingerprinting folks. So ask them, are they certified Department of Justice for California? And there's other states like Florida too, where they have a website people can go to that lists all the approved LiveScan submitters for Florida. And other states may have that also, but these are just examples. So if you're a customer about to get fingerprinted, do your homework. Make sure that particular organization or location you're going to is actually approved to capture your fingerprints on a LiveScan device and transmit to a particular agency or particular state. So don't fall for the hype. Double check and do your work. Now, let's flip the script. There are also scammers out there. This is a true story. One of our members contacted us and said, hey, we're getting customers mad at us asking for a refund, or getting customers coming to us paying online and swearing up and down that they came to our website paid to get fingerprinted. There are people out there who will go ahead and hack your website, make a duplicate of your website, put it online, and people think it's you. Go online, registering for an appointment, paying online, and showing up to your location to get fingerprinted. What do you do about it? Who do you notify? What are the minimum steps you should be taking to protect your business? All right, they're out there. They're just a couple small examples that do exist. Or the folks out there sometimes may come to you and they will use a credit card and you're gonna fingerprint them on the ink card, for example, even though it's a LiveScan discussion. You fingerprint them, and next you know, you're getting this chargeback request saying they never got fingerprinted by you. What proof do you have that you did fingerprint them? What proof do you have that there was them who gave you that credit card? Think about that. What things do you have put in place to protect you? Man, let me go on and on about this one here. All right, ensuring quality and accuracy in fingerprinting. Let me back up and repeat this. Ensuring quality and accuracy in fingerprinting. Just because you're using a LiveScan device doesn't mean that fingerprint's going to come out good. Unsecured machine saying it's a good print, let it go or not. It still could produce a bad print that could be rejected. What skill sets have you done to enhance your skill sets to try to mitigate those prints from being rejected? These are common pitfalls that people see one video online, think they got it right now, so they're expert in fingerprinting and don't know why their business is suffering or why they're getting rejections all the time, or resubmissions, or redos. Redos versus resubmission, two different things. So a resubmission pretty much talks about when the prints were sent in and they got kicked back because the prints were hard to read, poor ridge characteristics, and they want you to do them again. Now, depending what state you are, there's different procedures for that. Do you charge them again? Do you fingerprint them again for free? What do you send in with that transmission? Are they supposed to give you some type of paperwork to ensure that it was really a resubmission? What if they want their money back because the prints were rejected? There are businesses out there say, hey, you know what? If your prints are rejected, come to us, and we guarantee your resubmission will go through the second time. Will go through, which is true. For example, in California, if the prints were rejected for resubmission, now they could come back to you. You can't charge them again. And back in days you could, but you can't charge them again this time for resubmission. And in most cases, it'll be okay. They'll go ahead and do a background check. And the prints are still hard to read, they do a name check. But there's companies out there who say, hey, you know what? If that place costs you get a resubmission, come see us and we get you taken care of. We guarantee your prints will go through this time, which is pretty much true. If it's a resubmission, you go to the other place now, or the client goes to a different location, the client pays them this time, they get new money, and they can treat it as a resubmission. And they already know most cases the print will get rejected because if it gets a bad print, the state may do a name check anyway. And then the client's going to go after you for a chargeback, saying it was your fault. They don't believe you if you tell them their fingerprints run away. They're going to blame you. And the other company might put some bug in the ear. They don't go to, again, they don't know what they're doing. Our services got you to go through this time. Next time, come to us. Tell your friends about us. And that's what they do. These are just a few of pitfalls, mistakes people make regarding LiveScan fingerprinting. Just a few. You need to know what you're doing. You need to put some things into place. You need to quit being cheap, scale up your organization, put processes in place to grow your business. And practice all the time how to fingerprint. All the time. Learn something new. All the time. You should be learning something new every single day. Hey, folks, a couple of things. Join our group. Let's go to LiveScanUniversity.com. That's LiveScanUniversity.com. It's a group there called LiveScan Cafe. Right now, it's open to the public. The first 150 folks to join the LiveScan Cafe group, we get a free training program from me personally. I'll teach a class for free for the first 150 people who join the LiveScan Cafe group. You just go to LiveScanUniversity.com, build yourself an online registration profile, go to LiveScan group, and join.